So if you guys want to know about how I did my makeup and what I used and my easy techniques, then keep watching. I have something called a primer, which keeps, all the makeups together onto your face and no sliding, no smudging. This is the one that I use. Bought it from, I don't remember actually, but I think I got it from Walgreens. This one's a little bit expensive, but any kind of primer will do you any good, trust me. Primer's a good thing. So what I do is I just dab a little bit on my hand. It's kind of like creamy-ish. Rub it all over. Smells good. Feels good. And I take my little, I call this my foundation brush. And I have my foundation. I use Match, which is, a good one for me. It's a little lighter than I usually get, but this one really works for me. So what I do is, there's like, you see it onto the cap, and I usually just go around the cap, dip it in a little bit. And I start underneath my eyes where the circles are. And as you can see, it works really good. Under the eye, smudge the ends out a little bit. And I kind of just keep it wet and let it dry. Also, I put it on my eyelids because I have little circles, and I get under my eyebrow and over my eyebrow. And I just let that sit and let it kind of dry a little bit. Then I do, of course, the other side. Underneath the eye. Smudge out the bottoms a little bit. Just a little blend. Just a little bit more there. There we go. And let that kind of dry out. And, of course, you put some on the eyelid again. It makes it all one color, makes it all look the same and blend in. Cover this. This is the lighter part of your face, so you always want this part of your face to be the lightest. Well, that's me. I keep that the lighter part of my face. Get a little bit on the nose. Make sure everything blends in a little bit. And sometimes I have these little dark spots around my mouth right here, and also like over here. It's like a dark shade. A lot of mixed girls have it. I just like to get over here a little bit. Have like these little dark spots. I want everything to blend in. Okay. Okay, so once that's dry, what I like to do is use my fingers because, the way this brush is, it creates lines. As you can see, it creates lines. Okay, and using your fingers is a very good suggestion. So I like to smooth it out once it's a little bit dry. Make sure you get under here. Here, just blend it all in, corners of your nose, corners of your eyes. Next, what I do after I put on my foundation, I like to start with my eyebrows, and I have like my little eyebrow kit. That's what I call it. So I'm gonna dump all these out. It's easier to grab what I need. First, I like to start off with something like this. It's small, it's mini, but it's really skinny so you can get the corners, and that's what you want. And eyeliner, eyebrow, whatever this is. It's a little eyebrow crayon. That's what I call it. And what I like to do is I dab the tips. You always want your eyebrows to be the color of your natural hair. You don't want your eyebrows to look too dark or too light. And I have really dark hair, so I like to use dark brown. Dab a little bit on there. Now before I do this, I usually, brush it. Sometimes, when you wake up, your eyebrows are like all, you know, face one side. So I start here. Make sure you guys can see. You know, you don't want to put too much. And then I start here. Corner, down. Got a little bit right there. Just smear that off. And as you can see, it creates like this little definition, this little line compared to the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the other side. Make sure I do it as much as I want, because I want to make sure it's all definitioned out. So I can be like, yes, honey. My eyebrows. Okay. The other side, make sure you guys can see. Create that definition. Go down. You're kind of just following your eyebrow. Getting those areas that don't really grow. That's what I do. And you see this little patch. We'll fix that. So then what you want to do is you want to grab your little, not your brush, but your little crayon, and make sure it's not too pointy. I like mine to be smudged and pressed down. I don't like to be pointy because, you know, too much gets on there. So you want to just go to the top and kind of dab it a little bit. Just a little, not too much. Just fill in those little bald spots. Just a tad, okay. Okay. Next, what I like to do is I use something that's like this, skinny, small, and I grab something that's a little lighter than my foundation. This is what I use. It's kind of like a cream. It's lighter than my than this, way lighter. So what I do is I dab it like that. Do a little bit on there, and I create a line following my eyebrow. See, you can see the line. Now I'm going to do the other side. This also gives it more definition. Yeah, just a light dab. You don't want to get too much. Line it up. Down. You want to come to the outer side. Now this is what I do. When I'm first doing it, I like to have it on the slim side. I don't know how to make you guys be able to see it, but I point it this way, right at the tip of the brush, and I go like that. Now when I get to the top up here, I like to sometimes like use the flat side of the brush to kind of make it smear, you know, make it blend in. We already gave the top of that some really good definition. So you take the flat part of your brush and you kind of want to blend it a little bit. You don't want people to see like this little line on your eyebrow, because that's where a lot of women mess up too. Or they like to use white, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? That's my opinion. Okay, after we do that, I grab this little, it's almost like, it's really soft, like a little blush brush, a little mini one. And I grab my powder, which this one's called LA Colors, and I love it a lot. It's a little darker than my foundations, you know, give me a little definition in certain areas. Now, see, it's really powdery, and in the cap there's just a little bit, and that's all I need. So I'll just, you know, scrub around, and you see it has a lot on there just from that little area, and I like to dab it on my eyebrow. Make it blend in. As you can see, this one's now a little bit lighter than this one. That's what I want. I want it to all blend in. just like that. And that's what I'll do, and that's pretty much it for my eyebrows. Next, I have my little beauty black book. It literally looks like a book. And you know, I usually use these colors over here, or I like to use sometimes these. Today I'll use this side over here. So, you know, of course you'll grab your little eyeshadow thing, brush, whatever you want to call it. And I guess I'll use this color because it's kind of like a purplish, kind of like purplish silver. I like it a lot. So I like to dab it a little bit, get the corners, close your eye and kind of get underneath. It kind of creates that line under here. So you come out, spread it. Yeah, a lot of women, you know, they open their eyeball and they're like, you know, trying to get it all. All you have to do is close your eye and just kind of scrape down a little bit. And there it is. Easy. Close this, same thing. Close your eye, you know, try to get down there. Just a tad bit more. And after I put as much as I want on there, I like to, you know, smooth it. I want it to blend in. I don't like to have too much on. So after that, I put on my, this is called Scandalese, I don't know, Scandalese liner. It has like this really, really skinny ballpoint tip, and I love it. Some people say that the brush is better, but it's all in technique, you know? So not everybody has to start from here all the way out here, because it's hard to do. It is. So what I like to do is I like to start from the middle and come out and match it with the arch, well, not the arch, but the end of my eyebrow right here. So and kind of pull your eye up so it'll be sharp looking, and then kind of come underneath the eye right here and pull up, and then color it in. There it is. That's it. Seriously, that's it. Into the middle, pull it a little bit, come underneath, color it in. Done. That's it. Simple, guys. Mascara. My favorite. This one is L'Oreal. I love it. Makes my eyelashes look so fierce. That's what the brush looks like, nice and thick. Close your eye and just go crazy. Love this. And also when you close your eye, you can also get the underlashes, so just go crazy with it. Who cares? That's what I do. I just go crazy when I close my eye. Yeah, baby. So this is my favorite lipstick. It's like shiny and glittery, and I just love this. It's called NK lipstick with vitamin E. It gives it like this nice pinkish purplish. I love this. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how I do my makeup. And yeah.